Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as this as welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're going to start up another day, get back into it and everything else. And nope, this isn't also replacing Cuphead, if I'm still playing Cuphead at this point when I upload it. Cuphead is really difficult, okay? If I'm right, when I upload this, I should be at the King Dice. And if you see the fight, King Dice is really hard, difficult, and fucking frustrating. So it's nice to take a break from that and play something else, instead of having like these long gaps in between days of just me not playing anything or uploading anything. But okay, let's get back to the game. Turn. Hi again, the Cody man. Hello, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away. Didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word, just like Cody. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, the Cody man. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming for commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst to literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Fuck you, Natsuki. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join the club this year, any club this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Came here to get laid. I was about to say something really explicit, but we're going to save that for later. But if you don't take that seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Agreed. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat, but it is. Don't worry, guys. The Cody man always gives his best as long as he's having fun. No true words have ever been spoken. He helps me with busy work, helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. I know. Sarah, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hehe. You two are really good friends, aren't you? Yeah, but just friends. That's it. Might be a little jealous. How come? You and the Cody man can become good friends too? I plan on it. I love this. I still love this. It's so fucking adorable. Say alright. Huh. I mean, get me wrong. Of course, Cody always goes to the redheads because that's what I do. But I'm having fun. Silence. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry. Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Player? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches to a bag and pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect the miner to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice the intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, getting that manga together, baby. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I love the music in this, by the way, in case you didn't notice. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed that in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. You bought 2 books just yesterday after meeting me. Oh, Yuri. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Sweet man, I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. You bought this book yesterday, read all the way through it. You bought 2 books, 2 of the same book yesterday, after school, so I'm guessing it was like in the evening when you got home. Read all the way through, and then gave me the other copy the next day. Wow. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is tilted Patriot of the Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. It came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Cody man? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Roll credits. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading right. It might get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book and get the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem to be a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. That's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over her. It's like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slap my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. Ooh. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. And I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn a page. Here. Oh, so we're like, yep. Player. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the table. Do the same with the right arm on the right side of the table. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Let's turn the page. Oh shit, I just noticed that she looked at me. That's cool. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. It's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if that's what it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. All of a sudden, a smile creeping on her face. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but want to suck face? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. They're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But the Goaty Man, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's sort of embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Of course she is. Come on, Cody. Get you together. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. God damn it, Monica. I was almost in there. Is that right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases a hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. Guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright? It's kind of, don't just throw 2 chapters at me. I'm a slow reader, okay? Don't just all the fast read. I could go through 5. Alright, don't try to fucking tell me what to do, Yuri. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica has wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, by the legit sit. Oh, fuck. Who should I read first? Let's just go down the line, I guess. Sayori? I'm definitely the most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. I'm a friend zone the fuck out of this girl. I can feel it. Silence. This is a good poem, Dakota, man. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess not. You're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Don't be a smart-ass, Cody. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, the Cody man. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know, trying to do things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Trying to get laid. Okay? That's why I'm doing all this. Getting laid. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Oh god, I love this motherfucker. Oh god. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Oh, what, am I actually a good person? I'm a good person who's trying to get laid. Just like Cody. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh shit, I actually read? Okay, click outside the poem area to continue. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away my rainy day? To wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, I love you. Lord, I love you so much. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Oh God. Alright. Natsuki, next. Let's do this. Hey, Natsuki. Silence. Silence question mark. Well, it's about what I expected for someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Not cute. What the fuck? Yeah? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into that than I realized. Seriously. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuka is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I am a nice person, trying to get laid. My baby. Yeah, we're going to do Monica last since she's the class president. Hey girl. Silence. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they freeform the two together. In the end result, their both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can't be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this the purpose? Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Very nice handwriting, by the way. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? Yeah, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing, air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker back. Ooh, deep. Silence. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? No, it's good handwriting. It's just a little... What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Hey, look, I didn't get to chapter 2 last night. Okay, I'm sorry. It took me a while to get off my ass, please. Well, it's just I don't read script very often. I really think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dakota man. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to the ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be lifted with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. So the poem's about somebody dying? That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, the Cody man. Me too? Hi, the Cody man. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Yeah, it's my second day. Slow it down. Anyway, want to share my poem? Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, the Cody man. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had a hand mine come up home. Great job, the Cody man. I was going, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I do. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. That's exactly what she said. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. That's exactly what Yuri said. You listening to my conversations, woman? I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. Like each girl in the club. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else does. Everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha, ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Monica is full of like this wisdom. Oh, she has a long one. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See that direction? Sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Thinking too much into it. It's just a poem. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was inspirational behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that it's some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand around and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I'll watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows fury and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and the Cody man did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. which I haven't yet. Burn! And the coded man liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Love this music. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that the coded man appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. We're about to get into a cat fight on my second day? Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh shit, son. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size big as soon as the coded man started showing up. Natsuki! Oh, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, they both said it. Nat and Yuri, okay. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Fuck. The Cody man. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her, the coded man. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning in the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, the coded man? Well, how did I get right into this situation in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be I made my choice. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I did notice that. I'm sorry. Yeah. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? I actually handled it a lot better than I thought I would. I thought I was going to be like, Natsuki, shut the fuck up. Yuri, let's go. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody is taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sarah doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh, Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has a chin bird in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit adjacent to her chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. Dude, this video is running a little long this time. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Okay, I'm gonna quit and save it here because this video is at what 40 minutes or so now. But we'll come back. We'll come back to pick this up. Man, that little spat came out of nowhere though. Jesus. But I'm liking this game so far. But where's the weird stuff? Where's that warning label that came up? Probably like tomorrow or the next day in game. But that'll be that. So if you like what I'm doing, you want to see what else I'm doing, let me know what you think, because I'm always interested to know. So yeah.